The power of consistency when trading a prop firm account and trying to get funded and actually obtaining payouts is more deeper than what strategy you're using or what level you're going to get long or short on. The power of consistency and the power of discipline is much, much greater than all of the following, right? The following that people tend to think is, the answer. What's your stop loss? What's your take profit? What's the best indicator to use? What's the best time frame to use? If you don't know how to consistently rack in green days and you don't know how to consistently walk away with a small red day, you will never pass prop firms. You will never get to the funded stage. You will never get to payouts. Now, again, am I the most perfect trader? Absolutely not. Have I blown funded accounts? 1000%. Have I lost evaluations? Absolutely. And the biggest commonality that I see between myself when I do go through those rough patches and other traders, newer traders who maybe have yet to find that consistency to even be able to pass a prop firm evaluation or obtain a payout. What tends to happen is a lot of over trading gets done. And when over trading starts to happen, you tend to over leverage. You tend to look for setups that are outside of your particular model, your particular method, because you're so fixated on the potential outcome instead of being fixated on the process. Now, I know a lot of this sounds like, just jumbled up words that, hey, all of this sounds great, but what's the actual solution, right? What's the fix? And I'm going to give you the easy fix, but I'm going to tell you that a lot of people already know the easy fix, but are yet to work on it. The easy fix is to simply walk away when you're green. The easy fix is to simply have something that either mechanically or physically, yourself are able to stop trading on a red day. And why it's so hard is because as human beings, we are so hardwired to not want to lose. Think about it. If you've ever played sports growing up, if you've ever been a part of, any type of club or any type of team, you're always competing, even your 9 to 5, even your regular job, even if you're working your way up through the corporate ladder, you're always trying to not lose. You are trying to win. You are trying to get ahead. And you are taught that losing is part of the game, but no one ever really celebrates the person who comes in second place. And with social media running so rampantly, and it looks like every which way you turn and you see this person making $50,000 a month, this person making $10,000 a day, this person making $1 million payout, it seems like everyone but you is making money. And that's simply not the case. That is the 1%, that is the 2% outlier in the whole entire game, in the whole entire system. So what I like to set up for myself and as well as traders that work with me who schedule one-on-one calls through Evolution Traders is we need to build that self-discipline. We need to build that regimen of being able to walk away and being able to compound those days. Because truth be told, you're not going, okay? You're not really going to get ahead if you're constantly just approaching each and every single day as if you're going to hit the home run and you're going to get your, 20 accounts passed today and you're going to get, your payout in 8 days or your payout in 5 days. We need to work on a month-by-month basis and a quarter-by-quarter basis on a year-over-year basis. And what that means is that regardless if you're racking in a $150 day and walking away because you can't see the market clearly, or a $1,000 day because you hit a fantastic winning trade, what needs to be able to happen is each day that you're able to finish green by any dollar amount needs to be logged. Certain prop firm accounts, you're required to, trade for X amount of days. You're required to hit a certain profit target, right? There's a lot of, objectives that need to be met in order for you to, get the payout or, pass your evaluation. And the biggest thing that I see is that because you're waiting and waiting and waiting for the market to open, and because you see price action moving so fast and you feel like you're going to be able to make all this money off the open, truth be told, if you don't have a system that's going to be dialed in with a position sizing that's dialed in for you to be able to trade the volatility off the open, I've said it 100 million times before, you probably should not be trading the open. And quite frankly, many traders who are trading with prop firm evaluations, about 80% of you guys are using $50,000 accounts, which $50,000 account is not that big of an account to be able to trade the morning each and every single day. Now, am I saying that you can't take a trade here and there off the open if you see something really, 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 really good? Absolutely not. But you shouldn't be waking up with excitement that I can't wait for New York session to open, because if this market pops, I'm going to go long. If this market, starts to crumble, I'm going to go short. Because truth be told, with a $2,000 or $2,500 drawdown, it's not going to take much for you to blow that account if you're on the wrong side of the move. And I've personally been in trades where I've gotten into a trade with 2 or 3 mini contracts, and I've watched a trade go against me 30, 35, 40 points, and then I blow my account literally in seconds, literally in minutes, because that's the nature of the beast when you're trading the NASDAQ 100. So some of the things that I've done to kind of correct myself in real time is, okay, I'll put myself on a little bit of a timeout. Maybe that account that I blew, or that account that I've lost, or that account that I took a bigger loss on than I would have liked to take, that account maybe doesn't get traded today. I'll move into another account, and I'll definitely put myself on a 15 or 25 minute timeout to just kind of watch some candlesticks print and allow some more market structure to kind of set up to see if I can get a better read of what the market is trying to do and it's trying to tell me. Okay. The next thing I will do is I will definitely size down, and I'll put myself on a 2 or 3 max micro limit where I'm not taking any trades if I'm going to be trading more than 2 or 3 micros. And again, at this point in time, the dollar amount that you're going to make on a winning trade, especially if you're scalping for 5 to 10 points, is minuscule. However, what it's forcing you to do is not worry about the P&L, but worry about the actual trade. And a lot of times we're worried about, how much money can we make if this continues to go 8 points, 12 points, 15 points? What if I just hold it a little bit longer and this thing actually goes 30, 40 points? How many times have you actually thought that? When you are trading, how many times have you sat there in a trade where you could have easily walked away with $200, but you sat there for a split hair second longer and said, if this just pushes up a little bit more, I could make $1,000 off this. I can make $800 off this. Only to see it completely reverse against you, and especially if you're trading a firm with trailing drawdown, get stung pretty bad, or if not blow your entire account, or put yourself at a chopped up loss where you want to overtrade. So the point that I'm trying to get at here is we need to create a daily exercise and a daily routine. How many trades normally present themselves inside your trade window? So for me, I normally trade futures between market open and around lunchtime. Typically, I'm probably going to get anywhere between 5 and 6 scalping setups that I can take. What I typically do from there is limit myself to 3 or 4 trades. If I get 3 or 4 setups, I'll take those 3 or 4 setups. If I win 2 trades in a row, I'm going to stop trading. If I lose 2 trades in a row, I'm going to stop trading until I get to that number of 3 or 4. If I win a trade, lose a trade, win a trade, I'm kind of, breaking even or maybe slightly in the red, it's time for me to walk away. The biggest mistake that I see traders do is, they take a winning trade and then they give it all back and they tell themselves, well, I've got to just get back to where I was. You realistically don't have to do anything, my friend. What you have to do is learn how to protect yourself and learn how to stay in this business for a very long time. You're going to see thousands and thousands and thousands of trade setups over the course of your trading career, but you need to make sure that you're sticking around for that. So, how do you stop blowing accounts? How do you become a more consistent and profitable trader? For one, it's by setting rules, guidelines, and having an action plan. I think many of you already know that, but it's actually sticking to it, and it's actually forcing yourself to do it. The same way is if maybe you want to lose 10 to 15 pounds. Well, you're not going to lose 10 to 15 pounds exercising as little as you are right now and eating the same type of contents that you're eating right now. There's need to be a change, right? And the change is not going to happen overnight. The change is not going to happen in 2 or 3 days. You're going to need to do this for weeks and weeks and weeks on end until it becomes a habit and it becomes a lifestyle. So think about it the same way as trading. This needs to become a lifestyle where you come into the markets, you take 1 or 2 trades, it just wasn't working out for you today. After those 1 or 2 trades, you gotta put your hands up in the air and say, hey, you know what? The market got me today. I'm not going to continue to trade because today's not my day. Because I will tell you, in the past, I have over traded and lost accounts or lost thousands of dollars only to see the next day set up for 3, 4, 5, 6 times what I lost the day prior. But because I had such a bad previous emotional day, I'm all, loosey goosey in the head, and I'm, not confident in the setups because I'm still thinking about yesterday. When realistically, I could have just followed a game plan, taken 1 or 2 trades, walked away on the day with a small green or a small red, and then come back the next day and made all of this money, right? I didn't have to put myself through that emotional trauma, because each time you put yourself through those emotional type of traumas when it comes to trading, you tend to hold on to that in the back of your mind. Your brain is not stupid. It tends to remember what happened the previous day or the previous time you went on tilt, and it becomes a cycle where you're almost like a hamster in a wheel going around and around and around. So if you really want to break out of that hamster wheel, you're going to have to start doing something different. And I can tell you this: you can join a community, you can definitely buy a book, read a course, something you can do that has to click. But ultimately, it's going to come down to you and how bad do you want to actually work at this skill set and at this craft, because trading is a skill set that no one can take away from you. You can make tremendous amounts of money. You can scale to infinity and beyond. And again, but it's going to take you to actually do the hard part. And that's what no one wants to do. Everyone wants to make the big $5,000 day, but no one wants to walk away with the $200, red day, right? It's like, why can't you swallow that pill? $200, $300 on a red day is not that bad. Tomorrow you can make 700. Tomorrow you can make 800. You don't know what opportunities are going to present yourself tomorrow. So what I would do, write some things down on a piece of paper that you can follow throughout the day. And I definitely recommend writing it down with a pen and a pad versus just typing it on a notepad on your computer screen, because having that notepad by your desk, you can look down at it and you can physically pick up the pen. You can physically write down notes. You can physically make things stick a little bit more. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you want to learn how to trade some of the strategies that I'm using to pass prop firm evaluations and get paid out, you can definitely join Evolution Traders. That link's down in the description box below. If you guys need evaluation accounts, you can use code DAnthony at Apex and daytraders.com. Both of those guys are going to give you some of the best rates around for evaluations. Really, really good firms that I both trade for. So with that being said, I'll see all of you guys on the next video.